Welcome to Exium. And on behalf of the team here, I'd like to express a very serious congratulations on taking a step forward towards thought leadership in the space of Secure Access Service Edge, also known as SASE. This area of automation and integration is critically important for your customers today and going forward. What you're going to see on this quick overview is the problems that we solve, understand how to view and discuss SASE with your customers, see how Exium delivers within the space, and understand how SASE is the MSP's greatest opportunity in a decade, but also a very serious threat to consider. We're also going to take a quick look and do some comparisons to some legacy solutions in the market today. What you should be thinking about along the way, because we have a 0-day sales cycle, are use cases within your customer base. Where can you win on this now? And scheduling an onboarding call with the Exium team and considering questions that Exium can answer for you in a future conversation. So let's go ahead and get started. First is to understand the problem solved, and these problems solved span beyond the customer and to our partners as well. Of course, we solve for technology sprawl, modern security coverage gaps, and dealing with compliancy and cyber insurance qualification, driving down premiums through modern technology solutions. But it also addresses the hybrid workforce, work from home, bring your own device, and the IT talent shortage that exists in the market today. For our partners, we offer unified management and reporting in a single platform across a range of technology areas in network and security. This policy and configuration capabilities includes hierarchies that allow for a partner to set up policy best practice for their entire customer base, as well as drill down in a fully managed or co-managed solution for an end customer that is able to tailor to their unique needs. The automation and integration is already built in. Over 3 years of intelligent design and maturity have gone into the Exium platform for our partners. It's an opportunity to participate in broader IT categories, grow revenue, and throw one heck of a competitor barrier up for anyone that would try to approach one of your clients. The problems that exist are inherited for your customers. Small and mid-market companies didn't ask for this. They face the same problems as Fortune 500, and the Fortune 500 is to blame. When those large enterprise organizations shifted from closed private networks and data centers in buildings that they owned and went to the cloud and internet-based applications, bringing internet connectivity to every edge of their network, they brought the bad actors with them. And those bad actors, that number in the tens of millions, use incredible automation to exploit mistakes on the business network. Because the enterprise moved to that environment, they brought the bad actors with them. The problem is that small and mid-sized do not have access to the technology expertise, bench depth, and talent to deal with it in the way the Fortune 500 can. The barriers are just too steep to overcome, especially when you present to them what it looks like to build an environment on their own. The service chaining, the unification, the patches of patches, there is overwhelming industry support that there needs to be simplicity brought to this madness to deliver to the end customer. A small, mid-sized company can execute at an enterprise level for cybersecurity and network automation without having to go through the construction project themselves. And the way that's solved is the reason Secure Access Service Edge exists. In 2018, Gartner introduced this model to the industry as a framework. This is not a product. No one goes and buys a SASE box. But the image on the right side of the screen is the very first image from the very first introductory report from Gartner talking about converging network automation with security automation, not just to reduce the number of vendors in an environment, but with the understanding that the policy from each of these areas must be dynamic and able to respond to one another. You can't suddenly have 80% of workers working from home and not have a security layer that is able to adapt to that type of threat plane. SASE is designed to be agile and have policy that can adjust between network and the security side. This is not just about shrinking a number of vendors within an environment. So it's that approach of old to the approach of new with Exium. And the Exium approach, in addition to unifying the technology footprint, is from day one developing this so that it's easy to use for the managed service provider to be able to deploy with their customers and provide the automation to dramatically simplify the ongoing management of environments for customers. So how does Exium work? Well, really, there's three technology components that form one technology footprint solution. And we'll take a look at those three right now. First is the agent. This is a small piece of software that goes on every phone, every tablet, every laptop, every computer that can take an agent software deployment as a way to onboard those devices and those users into the Exium cyber mesh where the policy lives for security and networking rules set. In this way, I no longer care what device a user is using, where they are located, how they are connecting, what connectivity method it is. That all becomes secondary because I'm now able to guide them into a set of policy that operates agnostic to those conditions. Secondarily is the Exium gateway. This is the way to pull in every endpoint that cannot take an agent, remote devices, IoT, manufacturing hardware, printers, video cameras, water heaters, heating and air conditioning units. Everything on the corporate network now gets included within the same policy because those are avenues for threat actors to take. In addition, this includes application endpoints, whether they are cloud, SaaS, or on-prem. The Exium gateway allows our customers to incorporate them into the same footprint of security and networking policy. Third is the Exium cyber node. With about 150 cyber nodes spread around the world, these form the perimeter of the Exium cyber mesh. This is where policy lives. The agent and the gateway form as a method to bring endpoints to this unified set of policy and rule set first before accessing corporate information. The Exium cyber node populates universal policy at an individual customer level so that now I have the entire environment operating under the same managed rule set. Now, in order for these three technology components to work in harmony, you have to provide the management panel to be able to deal with it. And this is really where Exium shines, offering our MSPs full and co-management options, configuration hierarchies, the integrations for PSA and RMM, identity management integrations already built in. This is the Valhalla for IT environment management for our partners. That also includes automated reporting, management for subscriptions and billing, and tools that are built for the MSPs to be able to deliver ongoing value to their customers. So it's a unification of these technology components and a management panel that form the entirety of the Exium solution. No matter the endpoint, nothing is left behind. No matter the application destination, no application endpoint is left behind. The entire environment under one set of rules that is very simple to manage from a central cloud-based console for our partners. And one thing that I mentioned is not only the opportunity that exists within SASE, but also the risk. The greatest disruptors in technology are convergence and as a service, the ability to do multiple functions within a single solution and have that complexity managed away by it being delivered as a service by the solution provider. And SASE is perhaps one of the great examples of our time in what that looks like. The opportunity that we talk about is this is a pathway to participate in categories that you may not have touched, but should be. Growing the spend participation with your existing customers in categories they need to be executing on, simplifying management operations, and putting up a competitive edge with new clients by being a thought leader in platforms like this. The risks in not engaging in SASE are very real as well. Existing incumbent legacy solutions are being displaced by platforms like SASE. 65% of businesses will have consolidated individual SASE components into one platform up from, by 2025, up from 15% in 2021. This is very real, and it's moving at lightning pace. It's a land grab in many ways, but it's a conversation that you want to be bringing to your customers, not leaving the door open for someone else to bring. Because when they come in, they're going to be comparing SASE to some legacy solutions. An example from Cisco Umbrella, which is a terrific SSC solution, but leaves behind the network automation. There's an optional path to integrate into SD-WAN as a secondary path, but it's not integrated in from day one. Exium brings the entire environment configured to the unique customer requirement, nothing more and nothing less than they require to execute within a single technology framework. Barracuda is another that we come up with from time to time, and the comparisons are very similar. When it comes to completeness of the security and the networking layer in a single environment, without a la carte, without having to configure based upon cores, based upon bandwidth, Exium makes it very simple at a user level to be able to deploy for end customers and deliver the completeness of solution that really is required in today's IT environment. Once again, I want to congratulate you for taking this step. Exium and our team here are ready to support you on this journey. So let's get started. Drop an email to partners@exium.net and let us know how we can be of support. We are ready to help you win in these categories today. Thanks for your time.